Hello, JJ. Good morning. I hope you're doing great.
Hello, Dr. Bosu. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. I can hear you.
Awesome.
Um, we will start in 5 minutes. So far, we are streaming live on YouTube. So students will be joining us from YouTube and also on via Zoom as well. So students who prefer to join Zoom will join Zoom, and students who prefer to join us via um, YouTube would also use that same medium. But we will start in 5 minutes. We should be ready to go.
Okay. And Dr. Bosu, that does our structure it will be more you're gonna ask me the questions or I will be presenting, what would you the ideal way that you think?
It all depends on you, how you want to.
Okay. I made a presentation so I can go through it. And also I have two of our students, Evans and Hawa, that are here today from Ghana. Also that
Okay,
will be presenting. So yeah.
okay, that'll be great. That'll
I
be
will
super.
go through them
So,
different aspect
okay,
of campus. So yeah.
no problem at all. No problem. We we already have people watching us via YouTube. So yes, we will start in the next 4 minutes.
And then I think Evans and I think Howe is here too.
I've seen Evans. Evans joined about 10 minutes ago. Evans is
Okay.
here.
Okay. So I want to make sure because I send it to Howe too.
Okay.
seeing the castle for the first time, it just, I mean, I still like, it's like almost emotional for me to remember it.
And to say that it is an experience that changed my life is an understatement.
The Center for British Studies at Anna Castle is a unique and wonderful place.
Anik has changed my life forever for the best. I'm
All right, JJ. We are live on YouTube and also we are live here on the webinar. So thank you very much for joining us today. We truly appreciate your time and your energy to spend your weekend with top tier study abroad consult and all our clients watching all over the world. We have clients joining from Zimbabwe, Ghana, Liberia, Senegal, and it's truly a privilege to have you on board today. So please, if you don't mind, kindly go ahead and introduce yourself and Evans. Thank you so much for joining us today as well, and we truly appreciate you for spending your Sunday with us. And I hope that the African students who are currently joining, especially the Ghanaian students who can really associate with your story, and also whatever you would like to share with us. We'll truly appreciate your time. So, JJ, please go ahead, and we are ready to go with you now.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Boache, Wusu. So thank you for having us, and I'm glad, to be able to give information today about St. Cloud State University. I'm so glad to be here today and talk to folks, give them information to change of their career, change of their lives that St. Cloud has to offer for them. Before we get started, I'm gonna go share my screen, and so we can be able to see more of our university, just as you saw at the beginning of the video. So yeah. All right. Can everybody see my screen? Thumbs up if you can see it. Okay. Awesome. So right here, you can see we are stand for bold, innovative, and focus. This is what we stand for. Right now, the person who's talking, my name is Jarreth J.J. Martina. I'm the Assistant Director of International Recruitment Admission at St. Cloud State University. I've been in the university for around 4 years now. And, first started as a domestic commission counselor and then transitioned to international 2 years ago. I'm a former international student too, from the Caribbean. Basically, if you guys not familiar, I'm from a small island called Curacao. So just done the same thing as you guys, as you're looking for 10 years ago. I came to the United States as international students and experienced the same that you guys are bound to if you're interested to come to the US. So a lot of great things we have for you today that we're going to share about St. Cloud State. So hopefully you prepare. With me, I have also Evans. Evans, would you like to introduce yourself and students get to know you a little bit?
Hi, everybody. I'm Evans from Ghana, and I'm a graduate student here at the Hebega Business School at St. Cloud State, studying for my master's degree in information assurance, more or less cybersecurity. And it's good to be here. And then I'm just excited to be on this call, and then I hope to see some of you who'll be on this call, bumping into me next, the spring semester rather. So I say thank you everyone for coming, and then it will be a good time to see you, some of us around here.
Awesome. Thank you, Evan. So today, me and Evans, and we're expecting another student, but we'll see if she shows up. Hawa. Today we will be talking, interacting about different, things in St. Cloud, things that you can do at the university, just every information you need in general in order to really get to know St. Cloud State, and that will be an ideal place for you to come and study. So let's get started here with the first slide so you can see um, our current SSU Ghana students. Right now on our campus, we have over, I would say, 30 Ghanaian students active on our campus. right now. As you can see, Evans, who is one of them. We have another student who was supposed to be here today, Hawa Adams, but we still waiting on her. She's gonna pop in today. And then this is just I know a picture that we take every international student orientation when our Ghanaian students arrive on campus. That we have international students. This is the most excited part of them coming here. You know, to take a picture of the president, and then you can see right here how proud they are with the Husky sign. So we have a really great group of community of Ghanaian students here. You know, I think Evans, can you let them know more about the Ghana community at St. Cloud State?
Well, I think it's if not the community, the Black community with the largest representation, then I think is it that we or Nigeria. There's a huge Ghanaian presence here, and we are connected to each other. We as soon as you land here, we even go to the extent of coming to pick you up from MSP in the cities. We make sure the last mile you checking into your hotel, your apartment, whether you're living on campus or off campus, there's a huge representation here. So when you come here, it's more or less like you're living in Accra, you're in Kumasi, you're in Tamale, you're in Takoradi. It's more or less like you are in Ghana, but then on a different, and I mean in a different land. The representation is huge. We are brothers and sisters. We look out for each other. People from, class coursework all the way to, finding a job on campus, transitioning from where you came from, fitted in. Everybody, we are not only, I wouldn't even say that for only Ghanaians or the Black community here. We are a huge part of St. Cloud State, if you'd ask me.
Okay, thank you. As you guys can notice, what our students are talking about itself, the community that you built here, that's what really sets St. Cloud apart. Because the community that the students get here, the help that they get here, the support in general from other students who are here already, it's so great. And that's why, a lot of Ghanaians and the African community choose St. Cloud State because of the community that they can build here in St. Cloud. I think I saw my other student, Hawa. Are you there? Think she just got in. How if you can turn on your camera and then just introduce yourself um to our audience. Are you there, Hawa? See if she can hear us. Hello, Hawa?
Yes.
Yes, awesome. Good afternoon. Thank you for being here so much. I really appreciate your time for doing this. So I was just talking and introducing to audience, our students who are here today, and you are one of them that you choose to be here and tell our Ghanaian students. But what is really good about this session right now, how we have students from or prospective students from all over Africa, from Zimbabwe, different parts of Africa in general, from Ghana, Nigeria. They're here today. So if you like to introduce yourself and talk a little bit about the community, the African community here in St. Cloud, that will be great.
Oh, okay. My name is Hawa Mukhtar Adams. I'm from Ghana, West Africa. This is my first year in St. Cloud State University, and my major is nursing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then Howard, tell us a little bit about your sense of belonging here at St. Cloud State. How do you feel now that you are first here? How you are, accommodating yourself to the environment of St. Cloud State, and how St. Cloud State has support you?
Oh, okay. I would say it's my stay here is awesome because I feel at home and there is a sense of belonging here. Recently, a Ghana party was organized. I went there, I had fun, I socialized, I met a lot of Ghanaians and other Ugandans and Nigerians. So it feels like home. And the environment here is friendly. Everybody here is willing to help. There's and there's a number of Ghanaians who are willing to assist you get on-campus job, guide you, give you emails of those who can assist you, and it's it's been good.
Awesome. Thank you so much for this is what I invite you guys in, so our students actually can get to know too a perspective of life here from undergrad students who just arrived here in the fall, and one from Evans who's actually a graduate students who are more in the graduate programs too. So you guys can see both perspective from undergrad students who are going for our bachelor and for a graduate male students too. So this is a really great perspective that you guys can see the differences between the undergrad and the graduate students here. So let's continue right now with our second slide. I think we have just some pictures. As I can introduce you guys, I was recently in Ghana in early January. It was a great time. We connected with some great folks in Ghana, as you can see here at the first picture. Me meeting the Prime Minister of Ghana right here, give her a T-shirt, and then make that relationship with our Ghana government. And then the second one is a fair that we did right here too. That we showcase all information. I think this was in I think Accra that we did this fair. And then also when I met a very important education person in Kumasi specifically. So it was a great trip. Hopefully we can come back and keep sharing the information and all the great opportunities that St. Cloud State have for you here. So a lot of great time in Ghana. And then for our next, we have a short video that I want to share with you guys. And then let's see here, we can play it. All right, so that was just like a short video that you can get a glimpse of what our campus look like, and all the events and activities, research opportunities, all the resources that we have on campus for our international students in order to engage and learn more about their career, which is really great. And basically going to talk about more of an overview of our campus itself. You can see right here, our campus is located in central Minnesota, right on the banks of the Mississippi River. This is just a part of our campus right here. St. Cloud State, of course, is located in Minnesota. And then also the St. Cloud population is about 66,000 to 70,000 ish. St. Cloud State was established in 1869 as an education school. So education, is our foundation. We started with different teachers and then grow from there. And then the location of St. Cloud is very, I would say, ideal for you because we are very close to downtown. Downtown has several, things to do. There's several restaurants to try. You can see there's a Paramount Theater, there's some shops, and also in the summer you can go on a walk at Lake George, which is a really nice walk. As you are navigating college and then all that stressful life with classes. It's a really great walk to do. They do a lot of friendly events throughout the summer at Lake George, specifically when students arrive in the August. They have like a summer at Lake George, which they have live music. They have different, I would say, vendors that come and talk to students. Students can volunteer. So there's so many ways to get engaged, not only at the university, but also in the community of St. Cloud. That's what makes us also very, I would say, unique, the way we engage with the community and the community engage with us, at our athletics specifically, and also every event that we have that I will talk about more throughout this presentation. So just a glimpse of what you can see at St. Cloud itself. So yeah. And then, one other thing I can mention, St. Cloud also is very convenient for your basic necessities. For example, I know Evans and Howard can talk about Walmart, we have Target, we have Costco, different basic necessities if you need, groceries to go buy. And, if you need to cook and etc. in your dorms or if you live off campus. So different ways, to live a comfortable life. And the cost of living too is very low here at St. Cloud. That's why it makes it more attractive for our students because, it's an affordable institution for them and in their parents that are sponsoring them. So yeah. Evans and Howard, can you guys talk us through a little bit about the St. Cloud environment for you guys? Evans, you can tell me about your perspective about the environment in St. Cloud and the things to do in St. Cloud itself.
Well, I think St. Cloud, to me, it's not too big, but it can be a bit big sometimes. It doesn't take me 5 minutes to get to Walmart. It doesn't take me 10 minutes to get to Costco, Sam's Club. I mean, everything else is just not too far from SCSU campus, depending on where you stay. So the environment is good. I'm somebody who loves to run in the morning. So I get up in the morning, I put on my, my pants, put on my sneaker. I run along the Mississippi River, and I feel very safe. It's
Very
this
safe. Any day. Yeah.
there's a
And they
bit
are
of
nice place to go to.
yes. So I feel very safe here. And anything else I need to have in the cities, I have them here. I don't know of any grocery shop or any restaurant or convenience store that is not here in the city of St. Cloud. Almost every name. There's Wendy's, there's Subway, there's everything. So for me, and the proximity from wherever you live, it's not that far. Even if you have to if you have to catch a bus, which I know the metro is free, so long as I'm a student. So the safety wise is 100%. I know there are pockets of incidences here and there, but then if you ask me, I'll give it a rating of 5 out of 5. Convenience is good. You can easily get by. There's metro running every time, and I like you said earlier, right along the end of this campus is the famous Mississippi River, which has a beaver trail, which I walk almost every day in the evenings and in the morning. So if you're somebody who wants to stay fit, there's tons of things that you can do every day in St. Cloud. Right at the heart of St. Cloud is St. Cloud State University, and I think it's a good place to be.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that feedback, Evans. That was great. And one thing too, I can add to that for you, Evans. Transportation. As a student, you can use free transportation all over St. Cloud. We have a bus that goes downtown, that goes to Walmart, everywhere in St. Cloud. So, and Howard, tell us about your perspective living in St. Cloud community.
Yeah, okay. I think Evans has said almost everything, but um, what I want to add is what I've noticed on campuses, all the locations are close to each other, and all you have to do is read the directions. If you want to go to the Art Hood or the Continental Hall, you just have to read the directions and go there. And going to all these convenience stores are very accessible and easy. So long as you are holding your student ID, all you need to do is swipe and just hop on the bus and go get whatever you want, then come home. It's very cool, very cool here in St. Cloud. It feels like home, and everybody here are friendly. They are willing to help you, guide you. All you need to do is voice out, tell them what you want, what where you want to go. They will just guide you, and yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Hawa. As you guys can hear already, we didn't even get started with the presentation specifically yet, but you're hearing almost great things about what the institution has to offer. And not only the institution, but how the community carries the institution itself, from their affordability and also how to engage with the university. So this is great things that you hear about St. Cloud State. To keep going, let's talk about the Minnesota itself. Minnesota is a great state to be, also a very affordable state in general. Sometimes you wanted to go and explore Minnesota, and as you're looking for specifically an institution, you're looking for also at your long term, which is your career, which a lot of students tend to stay in Minnesota because we have, all the 500 Forbes company that's in Minnesota itself, as you can see on the slide right here, like companies like Best Buy, basically Target. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Target, but Target started in Minnesota. We have a really good company called Excel Energy who provides, I would say, electricity for all Minnesota. Medtronics, specifically Mayo Clinic, is actually one of the best hospitals actually in the whole wide world right now. Mayo Clinic is in Rochester, so a lot of students who are right now, for example, as Hawa, are doing nursing, end up going and working at these great facilities in the healthcare industry. So I know Minnesota has everything for you to be successful here. You just have to focus on your studies and be successful at St. Cloud State. And then, of course, we have entertainment for you too. You know, St. Cloud has the home of Mall of America, which has over 520 stores that you can shop, spend the whole day there. There are so many restaurants that you can try from different parts of the world. There's entertainments, there's aquariums, there's like live comedy shows there. There's even like a whole amusement park. And then St. Cloud State, of course, take our international students every year at the beginning of semester to do a trip to Mall of America. And as you build your relationship and your friends at St. Cloud State, it's an easier drive. It's 45 minutes to an hour to the mall and spend a great time with your friends. Spend a whole day there. So a lot of great things to do in Minnesota itself. I can mention so many things other that you can do, like visit waterfalls, visit all the stores or the restaurants in Minneapolis, which is just 45 minutes away. So if you want to get out and explore and have some fun on the weekends, definitely Minneapolis, St. Paul delivers that to you here in Minnesota. So yeah, and Evans, can you guys talk a little bit about your experience in Minneapolis, St. Paul? What you guys have done till now, and what you guys can tell our students about them?
Uh, I've been to Minneapolis, St. Paul a couple of times. During the summer break, I was invited by Wells Fargo. Yes, I think they were looking up for community of IT people in the Minnesota area. So we went there, and I think it took me less than 1 hour and a half to get to Minneapolis. An amazing place, amazing, amazing place. The downtown Minneapolis is super good. So I remember I was on the 15th floor of the US, what's the name? Wells Fargo for some like an IT Connect, and it was awesome. The second time I was there, I went to the Hennepin County Law Court. I was invited for, I think, an interview, and I mean, it is. I know it's bigger than St. Cloud here, but then it doesn't take a longer time to get there. When you get there, you feel like, yes, the vibe, the people, the food, the street.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different life out there. But the good thing is it's not too far from St. Cloud. So if you have a car, there are buses, there are trains. I know Jefferson Line goes there. So to get there, all you need to do is just plan your life and go through class, enjoy life, post graduation, get a good job, and then life begins for you.
Awesome. That's great. And then what I can say, the international airport too is just 45 minutes to an hour from the
Yeah.
campus, which, is easier, just like Evan said, that they have the Ghanaian community. If you're coming, people can go pick you up. Typically, what we recommend most of our international students when they come, we have what we call a groom transportation. We have a partnership with our campus. So basically, you reserve a groom, I would say bus, and they come and drop you up right on campus when you arrive from overseas. So there's great ways that we connect with the cities too. And also there's a metro that you can take and that drop you at St. Cloud State. So the different ways that you can go to Minneapolis and back. So yeah, Hawa, can you talk a little bit about your experience in Minneapolis?
Okay. Actually, ever since I came down to St. Cloud from MSP, I've never gone there before. I actually planned to join the school to go for the excursion at Mall of America, but unfortunately, a night before that day, I was feeling unwell, so I couldn't join them. But when I was coming from the airport, I could see that Minneapolis is more bigger and more fun than this St. Cloud here. And yeah, but I've not been there.
Okay. Yeah, so thank you. So that's why how I mentioned, how close it is to the Minneapolis International
Yeah.
Airport. So very I would say convenient for international students when they
Yeah.
arrive and they get here
Um,
with the transportation. So yeah, Hawa, yes.
yeah, when I came, some lovely people from my friend and her friend Nancy, they also came from Ghana. They came to pick me up at the airport and brought me to campus.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's awesome. As you guys can see here, as you can just witness the community that we have here for our Ghanaian students and also for our African students itself. And we have more to share. We have more to share about that community here. Basically, I would say last fall we have about 12,000. I would say enrollment in including I would say undergrad and graduate school. So we have over 200 undergrad programs right now that we offer and 60 plus graduate programs. Average class size is about 18 to 20. Courses taught by faculty is at 95%, and then mostly student faculty ratio is like 20 to 1, which is a really good class sizes that we have here in Sikal. This is just a little bit of a numbers overview what we have on campus right now. And then this is just like all the majors that we offer. I can put in the chat later other majors that we have, but mainly this is the majors that we offer in different sectors in School of, I would say, of Education, School of Computer Engineering. We have School of Healthcare, Nursing. So a lot of great, I would say, opportunities to study at St. Cloud State and a variety of options that you get here at St. Cloud State. So yeah. And then, can you guys even talk about your major itself? Your class sizes, the programs, the resources, the faculty that you deal with. Can you talk a little bit about that experience, Evans?
Yeah, so I'm majoring in information assurance with a concentration on IT security and then cyber security. So my class size averages, like you said, 17, 15 to 25. Some of the class are even less. Some of the courses are even less. And the faculty is, I must say, they kind of tailor-made stuff for you. You can easily book an appointment with your advisor, meet him. Hey, I want to do these courses this semester. He tells you, hey, this is the first semester. Why don't you pick this, pick this? So it's like they guide you throughout the process so that you don't get to the end and it's like you made a couple of mistakes. And then the other side is the courses are really tailored towards the job market, what is happening in the industry. I am somebody, when I finished my bachelor's in computer science in Ghana, I worked there a little bit. I work in IT. I work in IT consulting before I came back to school. So you realize the courses are really tailor-made to suit you post-graduation because when you're done with school, what really are you bringing to the table? What are you adding up to the company that you want to join? So the courses I've seen here are real, what I'm saying, career or career-centered courses. The people are very welcoming. You can easily meet your lecturer, even if you don't have an appointment with him. He assists you through your assignment. Even if your finals, you make a mistake, hey, go get it done, go redo it, let's review it. So I think the sense of community, the sense of willing to make every student make the best of grades, it's what I think for me. This is my second semester, and this is what I felt so far. Everybody is willing to help. Every faculty member is always willing to help you. And the last thing I want to add is the nature of the courses. Once once you start a course, or once you have a coursework and you're doing, you realize the coursework you're doing is not only in the classroom. Almost every course that I've done this semester with respect to my major, there are hands-on labs that I have to turn in almost every time. So they're giving you the book side of the course, and they're giving you the practical side of whatever you are doing. Because then when you hit the job market, whatever you learned in the classroom, you can, as it were, transpose it into real life. And then I think it's, for me, my major, that is exactly what I'm saying and what I'm doing. And I think it's something everybody should have a fun, everybody should have a come and have a feel of. Yep.
That's great. That's what we stand for. We want to prepare you for your career and how to be successful in your career once getting a job out there. So let's look at the different perspective. We have Hawa who just arrived this semester, and now she's taking, her first, I would say, American courses. Howard, tell us a little bit about your experience as a first year student and what kind of classes you are actually taking this year.
Okay, I just arrived in August, so this is my first semester in St. Cloud State, and the courses I'm taking are prerequisite. There's one course I'm taking, administrative orientation, showing us the American culture, inculcating things that we don't know, and showing us the convenience store, how to go about things, everything, and it's quite good. And I'm reading hospitality, environmental ethics, and EAP. So, and the class size is very small. I think the maximum class I have is 20 years, and the the lecturing style is very convenient. The lecturers, the professors involve us in teaching. It's not only lecturing professor centered, it's student and lecturer type of teaching, and it's very, very interactive. Yes. So, and if anytime we are being given an assignment and you don't understand anything, you can just email the professor and she will just send you the answer right back. And if possible, she can even schedule a Zoom meeting to show you the thing and share her screen with you so that you'll be able to get whatever she's trying to say or trying to tell you to do in the assignment. So it's very it's very good, and
Awesome.
I'm
Yeah,
enjoying it.
thank you so much, Howard. That was amazing. So as you guys hear, first year when you get here, most students have to take the prerequisites or the general course in order to actually enroll in their specific major. You got a majority of programs you have to get done some prerequisites, which are pre-classes, which is general classes like some math classes, biology classes. It depends what major you're going in. You have to take these classes first, and then you're gonna go specifically into what you want to study. Which in graduate school is a little bit different sometimes because you go right into what you're going to be major in. So that's why that's like some differences over there, so people can understand. So when you come to study undergrad, you might need to take prerequisites first. But when you are in the graduate school, most likely you have a bachelor's that back up that program, that you don't have to take all the prerequisites when you get into the program. So this is just a difference for you guys know. I know there has been questions about this in the past, so I just want to elaborate on it so people can understand it. So yeah. And then we do have a great, I would say, campus, for our international students itself. Are the dorms, as you can see on this picture. This is just an example of one of the dorms. We have three dorms that students can choose from. I would say Casey Hall, Shoemaker, and also Mitchell Hall, specifically. And our graduate students too can stay on campus. What I do have to emphasize that we do have first year on campus requirement living on campus. All first year students, so freshman undergrad students, can needs to live on campus their first year because it's more better of a sense of community, making friends close to classes. So it's better to navigate than after you live off campus. So just I want to emphasize that if you are a prospective student right now in high school and thinking to study abroad in the near future, even next year, just for you to know, at St. Cloud State, you got to live on campus your first year, and then you can go off campus. There is some exceptions to that. You got to have like a blood relative that lives at 35 miles radius from campus. If they live in between, then you will be able to live with them. But other than that, if you're only the ones that come in or you don't have any blood relative, you got to live on campus your first year, basically. So just putting it out there so people know about some rules and regulations that the university has for their first year students. Because To be honest, I was an international student too, and I lived on campus my first year because it was very easier to navigate and to find things on campus and get help and support better on the campus. So that's why living on campus, your first year can be beneficial for your future. And then also, living on campus has their amenities. It comes with a meal plan, specifically. So we have a cafeteria. Also, it comes with I would say husky box. So you get like a card that you have $100 on it, and you can try all the other on-campus meal options that we have, like Herbers and Gerbers, Chick-fil-A. We have Starbucks, Denny's right here. So a lot of great amenities that you can get on campus itself. Being close to all these things. And then also, like Evan's mentioned, our campus, has very, very safe. We have public safety that patrol the campus every 2 hours and see how the environment on campus. If there's even something like that happen on campus of something that's suspicious, they will send an email to everybody. They have an app that you can download, if 24/7 to be able to assist you. So there's so many, I would say, support system for our students in terms of the safetiness that we have on our campus. So yeah, and then college is not only about what you want to study, but it's also the whole experience. So that's why St. Cloud really wants to be engaged with the clubs and the organizations that we have on campus. So Evans and Hawa, you guys can talk a little bit about the African Student Association on campus or any other clubs you guys might be affiliated, or friends that are affiliated on a campus. Evans, you can go first.
Yep. So I'm actually a member of the NSLS, National Society for Leadership and Success.
Mhm.
Apparently, I happen to be this chapter president. I was recently nominated by Professor Lincoln, and I'm also a member of the Cybersecurity Students Association here. I'm a member of the Ghana Association, African Union. Obviously, I have to be part because the and I think every organization here is well represented. You are given your time to have your meetings, have your community service, have your day out. There's no discrimination. Whether your club numbers five, six, 100, 1,000, there's a space for you. Every club here is recognized, so long as it's registered and it's part of the list of clubs that the campus involvement recognizes. You can do anything. You can have meetings, you can have parties, you can have spaces that are meant for you. So I think, I it's been fun. And I've been to a couple of, club events. Recently, I was at the Pakistanis Independence Day and I joined them. I think it was during the summer. It was fun. I just felt like, I felt home. Everybody here embraces everybody. So that's my experience with club, and sometimes do clubs to organize off-campus events. So if you're somebody who's getting bored of St. Cloud, you want to go see Alexandria or the nearby towns, clubs do usually organize, off-campus trips that you could join, community service, go clean a place, and, engage with other people and all those things. So that's my experience when it comes to club here and their involvement in campus and all those things. Yeah.
Awesome. Hawa, please let us know about your experience as a first year student that maybe you're still exploring clubs, still
Yeah,
getting to
yeah,
getting to know people.
yeah.
But I think you probably experienced, I would say, Main Street that happened in early September. Can you tell us a little bit about that event and how is your perspective on Main Street?
Red Green Street will be.
Sorry, I want to speak to Main Street as well. I'm sorry. So I was part of the people that organized it. And uh, when the list came out, I was like, wow, so we have over 46 to 50 clubs that are all represented. Like I said earlier, irrespective of the numbers, you'll be on the list. There's a space for you. Come showcase what you have, what you do. Even if you are three as a group or as a club, there's space for you. There's a chair, and people are just walking through what you sell, what you offer, what you do, from the military all the way down to every there's no discrimination here. Everybody is represented.
That's true. That's true, Evans. That's I mean, a main street is where everybody comes together, and then anything that actually you like to do, anything your hobbies that if you even see that there's not, for example, a golf club or a tennis club, you can start it as in Cloud State because there's for everyone they'll be able to express themselves and then be able to feel a sense of belonging at our university. So, how are you saying? What tell me us about a little bit about your experience.
Yeah, I joined the career fair, I think last 2 weeks, Wednesday, and at the fair there were a lot of different career there and different workers there who are willing to help you, guide you through your career, and it was quite amazing for me to be there.
Okay.
And I had the opportunity to take card of different hospitals and things I think I'm interested in. I emailed them and they were very responsive. So it's a plus for me.
Awesome. Yeah, as you guys can see, just as Evans and Howard mentioned, there's so many events going on through our campus that we want you to be engaged. You know, we just don't only want you to go to classroom and get your courses and that's it. That's not called. The scholars about the full experience, scholars about meeting friends, scholars about making and building new skills. So that's why we have these events. We have these opportunities for you to go out there, to get out of your comfort zone and be part of a good, great organization and also build your leadership skills too, just like Evans mentioned. So as you can say, we have so many of these events going on. We have over 33 cultural organizations, like Evans mentioned. You have Pakistan, Bangladesh, African, I would say students. We have, I would say, Latin American students. We have Nepalese community. So it's so many of these cultural organizations that we organize different cultural nights too for them. And then just recently, I think last Monday, we had what we call Journey Across the World, which all these clubs and cultural organizations come together and they give the community one great show that students will be able to see all the cultural, I would say, organization and also the countries that say, represent St. Cloud State on our campus. So a really great way for you to express and you'll be able to show people about your culture and educate them about your culture itself. And then on campus itself, we have so many great amenities for you to have fun. For example, we have a movie theater. You can go bowling. We have some pool tables, ping pong. We have different events that I would say our campus involvement activities organized. After dark, we have the cultural nights that I mentioned, the main street. Right now in October, we're gonna have the homecoming, which is a really huge, I would say, amazing week that we celebrate different things on our campus. We have our good hockey games, you have soccer games that we do here, and all about different activities throughout the whole week on our campus. So a lot of things for you to get involved and be engaged on our campus. And then, as you can see right now, this is our latest number of international students from 98 countries that we have on our campus. Other things that you can get involved in is power and diversity, which we do at the beginning of every year in January, that we invite different guest speakers from all over the country that they talk about the life perspective. A student can participate in workshops, and once they participate in this workshop, they can get, like I would say, stamp in on the LinkedIn. So they are certified and they got a certification that they have participated in the power diversity. Like I mentioned, we have the journey across the world. We have International Education Week that's coming up in November. That all our internationals and our cultural organizations, they let you try different cuisines from their country. Even the cafeteria, I would say once a week, has a different team from different countries that you can try different food. I know in the past they have cooked Ghanaian foods or jollof rice from Nigeria specifically. So they have different ways to engage other countries too on our campus. And then talk about the support in general on our campus. As Evans and Howard mentioned, International students are supported by the Center for International Studies. Just for you to understand how the structure works on a campus, Center for International Studies consists of international missions, which is mainly my office, and then you have, I would say, education abroad, and then also you have ISSS, which is scholar services. So international missions is the ones who actually get you in, they recruit you, get you in, and then you have ISSS, basically who are the ones who are supporting you on campus and giving you all the opportunity when it comes to doing internship when you are on campus or when you graduate, when you have to apply for optical practical training, which gives you opportunity to work in the United States after I would say graduating from St. Cloud State. So there's so many things that that we support you with from your I-20 until you actually graduate. We support you with your work permission that you have to apply for. So we are helping you from A to Z, 0 to 10. We are there to support you with anything that you need on a campus. And also, we have different students on our campus. It's a diverse campus. So that's why also we have the multicultural student services, which advocate for students of color on campus, so students from diverse background, first generation of students to they advocate for. So they do a lot of events for these students, specifically like tutor centers, guiding student success advisors. So a lot of these, because we have a lot of students actually here in Minnesota who are African Americans but have Ghanaian parents or grandparents. So different ways that students get the support. And then another great support system we have is the student accessibility services. If a student comes with any type of disability, or we will be able to help them, navigate throughout at this time. We have different resources in the student accessibility services. For example, I can mention if student needs more time or secluded place to take a test, you can go and take a test at their center. So many great ways for students to engage with them and then be successful, even with having a disability on a campus. So, and Evans and Howard, can you guys talk about any interaction you had with CIS recently or when you arrived, and how CIS has support you till now at St. Cloud State?
I think my only experience with CIS is when I got a job at Husky Tech and I have to go through my paperwork.
Mhm.
That was a bit seamless. I just had to tender in my offer, and then a couple of days I got an email that has been signed and approved. I took it to Social Security Administration and they worked on my paperwork, and I had to report back to them that I've gotten my social and that I can just work legally on campus as a student. So I think it was seamless. You just need to tender in the application once they verify that yes, indeed you've gotten a job, and then you're good to go. It has been
Awesome.
seamless for me. Yeah.
Yeah, because we are helping students from in our every way, specifically, the jobs on campus with the social security process. That's why we help our students, get them the support when they get the offer letter. They have to submit the paperwork, so they have to get their social security in order to work, on campus or even get an internship off campus. So this is the way that we do the process with the social security number. Howard, can you tell us a little bit on your experience, with CIS in general?
Yeah, um, that's also my experience with the CIS. When I got a job offer letter from the campus recreation, I had to take it to the CIS for them to sign and make sure that I'm part of the international students, and take it to the social security office to process my social security number. So that was my only experience with the CIS.
Okay. Can you tell us about your experience with international student orientation?
Yeah,
Uh, how was your experience with that part?
it was very awesome because everything was on point. Everything was strategized step by step. We were divided into group. When we first came, we were divided into group. They made sure we were all fed well before the program started. And with souvenirs. They gave us souvenirs. They gave us backpack and other other things for us to follow up the program lineup, and if there was a need for us to see that see whatever they are saying, there is a projector that is is on the wall, and we are able to see everything that they are talking and they're talking about, and it's very interactive. I got the opportunity to speak with our assistant DSO Kiwi, who is very approachable and very lovely. I really like her. Very lovely woman. Yeah. So everything at the orientation was step by step. All we need to do was come on time so that we will not be left behind. Yeah. So
Awesome. That's amazing.
I
Evans,
think
you
I'm
have
gonna,
something? Yeah,
I want
go
to
ahead.
add this. One thing I like is the CIS weekly bulletins. They usually send weekly bulletins. So that if there's something you didn't do the week before, they tell you that this week that just went past, this is what is happening. So if there's something that you forgot to tender in or something that you forgot to submit, quickly you go through the list. Oh, I should have done this on Wednesday. And then, it's a good thing. Every week
a
they send
reminder.
a bulletin of things that are supposed to be done that you didn't do. I think for me, it really helps. Even if you are left out, once you see that list of things that are due, you just look it up and then do what you have to do.
Awesome. Yeah, as the audience here from our students itself, how CS is supporting our students from the day they arrive on campus to actually the day that they have to leave and get a work authorization, even when you are on the work authorization, which is the OPT. And you guys will learn more about that as you are coming to the institution, because we have a specific class too that you take and you learn specifically about the OPT, CPT, and we have guest speakers that talk to you about different things that when it comes to studying in the United States as an international students and what all that entails. So we have great support in general on our campus and specifically from our Center for International Studies folks. Another, I would say, great support that we have is the Career Center. At some point, just like Evans mentioned, you are probably gonna start to looking for a job. Either it's gonna be a job on campus. International students are required to only work on campus, basically. But as you finish your first year, you can apply, for a CPT, which is an internship off campus, basically for after you finish your first year. So that's why Career Center is there. Career Centers help you. Even when you arrive, if you're looking for a job on campus, they can help you with your resume. When you are looking for an internship, they can help you, find that and also build your resume. And even when you're about to graduate, also, yeah, they will be able to help you in with that in regards, build a profile on LinkedIn. They can take, I would say, professional pictures. They have specific days that you can go and you can take professional pictures with them. They have job fairs, just like how I mentioned that she was participating in the job fairs that they invite different employers that you can talk to. You can start building your network, which, because to me, having a job in the United States is basically who you have in your network and then who you know the best. So that's why, going to these job fairs and then engaging with the employers, letting them know what you think about, what's your plan for the future, can really help you once you're up, looking for an internship or actually going to find a job in the US itself. So Evans, I know you were grad school, so you are looking more on you are trying to get more in the professional side right now. Tell us a little bit. Have you have any experience with the career center till now, or as you're navigating to go and get a job out there soon? What's your perspective on the career center?
So Career Center, I've been there a couple of times. I've had my CV reviewed once or twice by those experts who usually comes in, who usually come in. And then during the summer, I got an internship with the Dakota County. And I mean, it was just simple. I just had to send a mail and the offer letter to, is it Christy Modro? And it was just, I
Mhm.
mean, it was just as if, you know, I sent the mail today, attached the offer letter, and then later the day I got an offer, I got a reply, and then they kickstart the process, and it wasn't that difficult. I think everybody does his job. Everybody that's designated to do what they're supposed to do, does it. And there's no dilly-dallying here and there. Once he gets the mail, he goes through it, he gets back to you. Hey, Evans, can I have this one to support your document? You send it. Once you send them what you're really supposed to send, I think it's just going to be, a walk in the park for you. All you need to do is just go through the process and you'll be good. Everybody here does what he's supposed to do. Every office is working. That's what coming from an African perspective, over here, every office does his job. They don't sleep on the job. They make sure students are given the best of treatment. I got a job. I send the offer letter. In 4 or 5 days, my CPT was activated, and even though the job was remote, I was able to do it in summer while I was working as architect. So I think it was a good experience with the internship team here.
Awesome. So yeah, as you guys hear itself, Career Center is there to help you and be successful as you're looking to become a professional. Another, I would say great, I would say support that, I want to elaborate a little bit on it is advising and student transitions. Just like Evans mentioned, as you arrive, you will be assigned an advisor, and most likely this person will be with you. If you are undergrad, most likely 4 years. If you're a grad, most likely 2 years. So you have to build a good relationship with your advisor because they is the person who will be guiding you for each semester that you need, which classes you have to take, and then that you will be graduating on time. Having the advising a student transition office is very important for your success as you are trying to, take classes every semester and then also, be able to pass them and then go and continue. Just like how is doing, she needs to complete her prerequisite in order to actually start into the nursing program. So, your advisor is very, very important person for you to be able to get to know very well and then also have a good relationship with. And also, they always have office hours that you can go and talk to them if something is concerning you about your classes. You can always, they're very open to talk to you about it. Another, I would say support is health and wellness. I know you're coming into a different country. You might have some anxiety because you don't know everyone. It's a different environment. So that's why we have, the counseling and psychological services. So they have different, I would say, services that you can go and talk to them anonymously. And, they'll be able to help you. Anything that you're going through, you can talk to them about it. And we have certified people who have been able to, are counselors and help you in these, I would say, tough times as you're going through. So anything that you have experience of that you're going through, if you have thing, you know, missing your folks back home, anything like that, they'll be able to help you go through this process. And then also, if you, of course, if we have a medical clinic on our campus, that's why we'll be able to go on our campus itself and then be able to treat you well on our campus itself. So you don't have to go to a doctor's or a different hospital. So everything that you need is on our campus itself. All right, so now going to talk a little bit about sports. I know some folks might be interested in sports. Cyclote is very known for their D1 hockey and women's team. We have a very good hockey team, men's and women, as you can see on this slide here. But we have other sports too, which are, pretty good on the D2 level. Basically, we have men's and women's soccer. We have women's track and field. We have men's and women's swimming. We have softball, baseball, tennis, volleyball, and wrestling. We have different sports if you're interested. Mainly that's the coaches do their job. They try to recruit the best for the team. But definitely, if you're interested, I'll put my email in the chat late at the end of this presentation. You'll be able to communicate you with the coach and then be able to help you with the recruiting process for sports. We are having different facilities for sport. We have a hockey stadium, we have a soccer stadium, we have a multi sport complex, specifically to have a weight room, to have a swimming pool, to have an indoor track, indoor basketball and volleyball court. So a lot of great things to do. And of course, all these games that you'll be able to participate for students is all free. You just show your student card and then you can enter all these games for free, basically. So, and of course, we have the whole community that also comes and it's a great environment in the hockey stadium. So rather great things happening at St. Cloud State. So Evans and how have you guys attended any of the sport events at St. Cloud State?
Yep. Yes, I usually attend the hockey game. There was a hockey game even last night. I was there.
Oh yeah, they played Minnesota. Yeah,
Yep,
yeah,
we lost, I know.
yeah, yeah.
And then I play tennis here. I used to play tennis back home in Ghana, not that much, but I since I came here, the tennis court is free. Just show your ID card, go grab rackets, go get some balls. And there's a team here. I play with a lot of Ghanaians, a lot of these Southeast Asians. We have a team here. It's like we play tennis every day, 5 to 8. So long as the place is not too dark, you can just play. I mean, there are no limitations as to what you can do anywhere around the athletics area, the recreational center. Just show your ID card and you're good to go.
Awesome. And Hawa, I know we have someone who actually work in campus, right? So she will be able to talk a lot about how it's working out for her as all the students are utilize the facilities down there. So Hawa, walk us through what's your job and how students are utilizing our facilities on our campus.
Yeah, okay. Actually, I've applied for the social security card, but it's not out yet. So I
Okay.
haven't started yet working there. But
Okay.
so far, I haven't joined any um sports team before. I haven't. I'm still exploring. So, but last
It takes
night
time.
I was at the hockey um oh,
The
excuse
Hallenbeck
me.
Hall.
Sorry. My friends are kind of distracting me. And it was very lively. I cheered them up. I hooted. I was excited. I was excited.
Yeah, it's a great environment itself. The how the community
Yes,
comes together, and then
actually, like
also the fans of hockey here. It's a great environment in general. You get your food, everybody's cheering up, and you got be able to experience a hockey game, which is pretty cool. So yeah, and and then let's go into more of the cost itself. As you can see right here, a lot of people, choosing cloud because of the affordability of our institution. As you can see, this is our cost for a full year at Sync Cloud. We have a market rate basically that give you a scholarship of 8,838 for all undergrad international student scholarship, and also for graduate. Some programs of graduate also get this scholarship. And then also we have on-campus living expenses, which is about 10K, which involves the meal plan, and also for which dorm you choose to live in. But this is based on the most expensive dorm, but we have different prices that you can choose from too. Then also insurance, books, and supplies. Also, in Minnesota, unfortunately, we have required insurance that every international student needs to have when they get here, because, in general, it's very expensive when you go to the doctor here in the US itself. Healthcare is very expensive. So that's why having a good insurance is very important, because when you go to the doctor and something happens to you, you don't want to be paying 15, 20K for just a small treatment. So that's why we require for all international students to have insurance when they get here. And that's why that's included also in the cost of attendance. So people are required to buy the insurance. And then also, like I mentioned, we have the International Student Scholarship, which is the ACSS. This scholarship is for every international students who get admitted at St. Cloud State University. It's a very simple to get. You just need to be admitted, and then when school starts, you need to be able to attend the international student orientation and participate at all the specific sessions of the international orientation, and then they will register you, and then after a couple of days they will put the scholarship on your bill specifically. So that's how the scholarship works here at St. Cloud State. It's a very simple way You just have to be admitted. You see it on your I-20. It's called the Academic and Cultural Sharing Scholarship because it really helps you once you go and do a visa interview. So as you can see here, the total cost of attendance on average is about 25,557. Typically, for application, we ask for a bank statement of $26,000 or more in order to cover the cost specifically. So this is just as you can learn more about the prices. For graduate students, it's kind of similar. The only thing it's a little bit higher because it's graduate programs. It's more professional. It's about 29,000 basically that we ask for a bank statement in order to get an I-20 so you can go register for your visa interview, pay your CV's fee, and then schedule your visa interview. So I would say the same process for undergrad, but just it's a little bit higher for graduate students. So this slide just talk a little bit about the academic, cultural, and sharing scholarship, and then the courses and programs that not eligible for it. So you can see if you coming here to learn English, there's no ACSS scholarship. If you are doing an online program, which most likely international students will not be doing a fully online program because that's not, a legal thing to do for immigration. You have to be able to get at least nine classes in person for undergrad and then six classes in person for grad in order to be in status. So that's why you cannot take a fully online program when you come to the States. So that's why online programs are not in the program for eligible for ACSS. Then also the MBA also is not ACSS. We have programs in our second campus, which is at Plymouth, and also doctoral programs are not eligible for ACSS. So just if you're wondering for the scholarship, those are the ones who are not eligible for the scholarship. And then right here, we have the application materials and requirements. It's very simple. You have to complete the SSU application fee. It's free, basically online. And then for specifically African students and from the West Africa side itself, we are required for you to submit your WIAC exam, the West Central exam, which basically we have to verify it and you have to be able to get credit from all your courses in order to be admitted, and then we have to be able to verify it. You cannot be I would say passing English or math or science courses. You need to be able to get credit for those in order to get admitted at St. Cloud State. So that's how we guarantee you that you don't have to submit that English proficiency scores because the WIAC also represents, because it's in English, we take on the WIAC from you. So the only thing you have to be able to have credit from all those courses in order to be admitted. And then the second one is provide financial documentation. Like I started mentioning, you have to submit a bank statement that has 26,000 or more in order to receive the I-20. The application process, again, is very straightforward. You apply online at stcloudstate.edu, and then after applying, you receive an email about a document submission form that you have to put your name, your last name, your tag ID, because your tag ID is when you apply, you get your tag ID. And then you have to be able to put a tag ID, your email, the specific email that you are most likely are looking at it all the time, because email is going to be very, very important as you are a student, because we will be communicating and sending a lot of information through email, because that's why you have to use the specific email that you are is valid and also that you look at every day. And then so we will send an email about the document submission form. You fill out all the information, put your WIAC, your PIN, scratch card into the document submission form. We verify it, and then we also look at your bank statement that is enough, that you have your sponsor, and then also you have to submit your financial form, and then we will review. Typically, reviews takes about 10 to 15 business days in order to review all applications, and then we send your I-20 so you can schedule your visa appointment. So it's a very straightforward. We have been working with Dr. Boachi Owusu, who has been a great partner for us, in terms of application and also, inviting us to their fair. So it's a great partner to be part of their organization. And then, yeah, this is mainly our contact information. If you have additional questions, please contact us. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and also our YouTube page. I know some folks are following us live on YouTube, so we have a YouTube page too. St. Cloud State is a great housing institution. We have a lot to offer for you. As you heard from the students itself, their experience here is just, it's amazing what you have to experience here. So, definitely, if you have additional questions, this is the right time, to ask us, questions, things you have not heard that we can answer. This is the right time to answer any questions that you have. So hopefully you have enjoyed this presentation, that you learned a lot about St. Cloud State University, and that soon St. Cloud State will be your next home. So thank you.
Thank you very much, JJ. On Zoom, I have some questions here that I would like to read to you. So, thanks for those who join us via YouTube. So, some of them have questions. I think basically you touched on some of them. Um, Basa wants to ask, I would like to find out about funding opportunities for graduate students. And I don't know if our graduate students here, Evans, will be able to tell us about funding opportunities as well. We have several questions here, so we take them one after the other. Also, please, you can raise your hand or you can post your questions in the chat box so that we can answer them. So I don't know if Evans, you're ready to take this, and then maybe JJ can also add his voice to it.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to speak from the perspective of a student. So I am currently a, a graduate assistant. That means my fees are fully paid for. But what I want to say is really it's a highly competitive something to get. You should
Right.
be able to good grades for you to merit. It's purely merit-based kind of scholarship. So long as you make good grades, you're in good standing. There are tons of graduate assistantships. You can either get full-time or part-time. If you get a full-time, that means your total tuition for the semester is waived. But like I said earlier, it's highly competitive. You need to be able to stand out. So as a graduate student, from my perspective, I got a graduate assistantship this semester full time. What it means is for the next 1 year, my tuition is fully reimbursed. I mean, tuition reimbursement by St. Cloud State. I'm not going to pay a dime. But then I need to be able to stay in good standing. I need to make a certain GPA to be able to still be there. So I can be a graduate assistant this semester, and I will lose it if my GPA goes down. But then what it means, you can reapply, you go through a thorough interview process, you get hired, and your fees is taken. The other instances that I think that I see a lot of scholarships on the school's website that you can apply independently and you can get approved for. But once you come as a graduate student and you're making good grades, you have a good CV, you apply and you go through the hiring process and you are chosen. I think that's a very good side of it when it comes for graduate students. You are always highly to be employed as a graduate assistant. And once you get there, whether it's part-time or full-time, a chunk of your fees is taken away from you. And most of us here as students from Africa, that is more or less our headaches. If a chunk of your fees is taken by the school, I think it gives you a bit of leverage, and you're able to go through the classes with less stress.
I see. Yeah, so I can elaborate a little bit more on that too,
Sure.
because when I was a student, I was a graduate assistant too. Definitely, it's highly competitive. Because it's like Evan mentioned, it's something where you get that's you're going to school almost for free, basically. And it's really useful and to have, because you start getting professional experience, professional responsibility as a graduate assistant representing the office, because I work as a graduate assistant in my international student office, which I'll be able to work from A to Z, from orientation until students graduate, basically. And then graduate assistantship can help you, of course, also with the visa interview. Once they see that on your I-20, definitely it's something that can help you, get a visa approval. And that's why I would recommend, if there's any graduate students here today, if you're considering St. Cloud, start looking for next year what's on our campus, and then you can look for graduate assistant opportunities. Typically, they start in August because it's a full year contract. So that's why coming into August for a graduate assistantship is better than if you come in the spring, because we have two starts, we have fall and spring, but mainly graduate students, to get a position, you have to come in the fall because that's where the contracts start. And also, you get a small stipend too, like a small, I would say, salary that you'll be able to, I would say, afford yourself. Specifically, if you are, living off campus, I would say apartment prices are between $200 $400 a month in St. Cloud State. And then also all the majority of apartments are just like one block away from campus. So everything is very close to on campus. And like Evan mentioned, the community that we have here, if you're looking for an apartment, the students will help you itself. As we built a WhatsApp group with everyone who has obtained a visa. And then in that WhatsApp group, people communicate with each other if they need any help, if they can come the specific day, people can come pick them up. If they're looking for a roommate, people can help them for a roommate. So this WhatsApp is very, very important as you are trying to come here at St. Cloud State. So yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, JJ. The second question comes from Pamela Oguti from Nigeria. Hi, please, what's the admission requirement for international students who are interested in the nursing program?
Yes, for the nursing program, there's two requirements because for the nursing, you got to be able to meet our general admission application, which is, you have to be able to have the WIAC, all your classes needs to be credit. And also, if you even started a university, all your courses needs to be a C or higher, in order to get admitted. But in the nursing itself, they have their own application process. Your GPA got to be a 2.5. You got to meet some prerequisite classes that you have to be able to take. And then also you have to take a HACCP entrance exam that consists of different subjects in like anatomy, biology, and then pass that exam, and then you can get into the nursing program. So what a lot of students actually, like how I mentioned, she's taken her prerequisites. A lot of students come here first year, take their prerequisites requirement first, and then during that phase, they take the HACCP entrance exam. And then typically for in the third semester, student, if they the entrance exam, they enroll into the nursing program. That's what it goes.
Okay. Thank you very much, JJ. And the next question is also from a student from Zimbabwe. She wants to know, hi, please, what's the admission requirement for international students who are coming from Zimbabwe? It's IELTS, TOEFL requirement.
Yes, so we have, I would say, different, I would say, English proficiency scores, depends on the country. For countries like Ghana, Nigeria, who takes the WIAC, typically we just take the WIAC, they don't have to submit the English proficiency score. But for countries who are their first language is not, or it's not English, or they don't take the WIAC, yes, we take the Duolingo, which you have to score a 90 or higher. We take the IELTS, basically, which you have to score a 5.5, basically. So that's the main English that we take. And also we take the Pearson too, that you have to score 55 in order to get in. So yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. How many hours can international students work on campus?
The hours that they can work, the maximum hours is 20 hours a week that they get to work, and they can be able to work in one office, or they can divide those hours from different offices. We have different international students that work in 3 offices, so they get different hours. Depends on their roster. So yeah.
All right. Thank you, JJ. I'll read one question from YouTube and then start reading questions that have been sent to me either directly or to everyone on Zoom. So the other question that I would like to read from here is, what is the average rent cost for international students? Average. Evans,
Yeah, I think
JJ,
Evans
you
let
guys
him
can
know.
speak.
So I think it depends on people's preferences, and but you did mention the average. So averagely, I would say I pay 300 and it's averaging 400 or 350, depending on how you want to live. People want to live alone. People want to live in groups. But the apartment that I live in, I pay 300 bucks every month, excluding utilities. And it's just a few blocks away from the library. It's just 3, 4 minutes to campus. But people want to go stay somewhere else. So I think it's about individual differences. But averagely, it wouldn't exceed 400, 500 per month, depending on where. Even if you want to go for the extreme, you're looking at 400, 450.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
yep. Yeah, I can say so too. I mean, even for like after you live your first year on campus and then you move off campus, right now I have my sister, they living together and they only pay like 299. So like Evans mentioned, it's all how you want to live. If you want to be single, it's gonna be a little bit more expensive, but if you want to live with groups, that people that you share costs, share electricity, it will be a cheaper price basically. So yeah.
Okay, good, good. Evans, you live at the apartment that is really close to the main school entrance. I saw, looking at the room, I was thinking if I've forgotten the
Yeah,
name.
well,
We used
these,
to call
yeah,
it PCU. I don't know if it's the
these
same.
these designs are a bit conspicuous. I think it is it college living?
Yeah, college living apartments.
Yep, that's why I'm on the
Okay.
two. Now I'm four.
All right. So the
Yep.
next question and I think this question again will go. I like how the graduate students are asking questions because majority of our students who have been to St. Cloud are undergrad, but I'm really excited that they're asking questions. And Evans, this question goes to you. How were you able to get the graduate assistantship? Lydia wants to know. Lucy Echan, sorry. Lucy Echan wants to know from UC.
Lucy, so like I did say earlier, it's highly competitive and you need to show something. But then people get lucky. I mean, there are some colleges that have a lot of space for graduate assistantship. There are lots of professors who are looking for people to help them with their projects, thesis. But I got mine after applying to, let's say, maybe over 10, 15 roles that I got called for. I didn't get the job. But this one I applied, like JJ said, most of the contract starts in August. It runs for a year. I came in spring. So when I came in spring, I didn't get a job as a graduate assistantship, but I got a job with the Husky Tech as the IT team here. So that one doesn't come with tuition remission. But the graduate assistant, I got it just as the fall semester was about to begin, which is the mainstream kind of where the contracts really begin. So I applied, I got shortlisted, I go for first interview, second interview. Like I said, it's highly competitive. You have people who are more experienced than you, but I don't know it's about you when you are called to the panel, you need to be able to express yourself. I have somebody talk to me telling me, Evans, over here in the US, if you are good and it's in your head, nobody gets to see it. Be out there, let people know what you can do. Once you're able to get out there and speak up. It's all about confidence. And when you get a job as well, you should be able to, match whatever you put on your CV. CV, like I said, also makes a lot of difference. So once you come, you should be going to the career center more often for them to review your CV, do a bit of changes, a bit of rearrangement, because hiring managers don't want to go flipping through 6, 7 pages of CVs like we used to do back home. They just because they have about 10 or they have about 100 of 200 students applying for the same role. So if your
Yeah.
CV is like 6 pages, I mean, it's likely you wouldn't go down there to see the important part. So CV is very key, and you should be able to make a statement when you are called for the interview.
Okay, good, good. Thank you very much for answering the questions for me. JJ, I think this one will go to you. What are the criteria that you look for in terms of offering scholarships to graduate students? I think this question, again, the student is not looking out for, Isaac is not looking out for assistantship, but scholarship, because I think, JJ, you mentioned about scholarship. So I don't know if you can talk more about that.
Yeah, so right now
Graduate
for
student.
graduate students mainly is the ACSS scholarship that we have available, or again, is the graduate assistantship. Those are the two main things for graduate students. We don't have more scholarship available, or to get a job on campus. The main scholarship is the ACSS, or they need to get a graduate assistantship um in one of the offices. So that's meaning we have for graduate students. So yeah.
Good. All right. Now I'll move on to Mandy. Mandy said, "Can I get a scholarship as a graduate student in accounting?" In accounting.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like Evans mentioned too, it's all about what the offices have available. Every office they post their job, end of summer, specifically for graduate assistantship. They post them at the end of the summer. So you typically, because a lot assistants, they graduate in May, and then they need people to start a new year. So that's typically when mostly they get posted. And then we have the platform that probably Evans is familiar with is Handshake. That's where all the jobs are posted, whether it's a graduate assistantship, which is student worker job. All of those jobs on campus are posted. Also, internship and full-time jobs are posted on Handshake. So when it comes to like jobs on campus and also outside of campus, Handshake is a portal that you can create and start looking. The only difference is that you have to be admitted to access Handshake, so in order to see what jobs are available. But it's all about what the I would say department has available. So if accounting department is having in need of a student, to get a job at their offices, they will post this on Handshake. That they will be able to know if they can apply for it.
Okay. Thank you very much, JJ. Howard, this is for you. Oxana is asking a question from YouTube. Are there any mosques on campus or close to campus that I can attend?
Mocks. Oh, there are two mocks on campus. So that one, she doesn't have any problem. There are mocks, yeah. One is on campus and one is it's close. It's close, but it's not on campus, but it's very close.
In campus, they can play at the library.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one thing I can add on that too. We have I think Howard might be familiar with it, but we have a praying room in Atwood that you can, if you need to pray or anything like that, you can go into that room and do some praying. So students have utilized that for the praying room, for example. I
Thank you
think
very much.
yeah, okay.
All right, JJ, I think this is also for you. Please, if you're on the Zoom platform, you can either raise your hand to ask your question or put it in the chat box. Those on YouTube are asking all the questions. Please, can you ask JJ if there are specific requirements for any of the engineering courses or the nursing program? The engineering and the nursing program.
No, I would say nursing is the only one who have their additional application and process, but all the other programs are mainly, I would say, just general admission requirements. So once you get in, you're in. Some of the programs, of course, every program before you start into specific major, just like how it's doing, you have to take some pre-admission courses, which is mainly your math classes, biology classes, so any classes before we actually start taking the specific core classes into your major, and that's just normal for every major that you go in. I would say even the first 2 years of college is mostly focused on the prerequisites and the basic courses, and then in your junior year, typically, or the end of your sophomore year, which is your second year, you start taking more core classes into your major. Dr. Wusu, you're muted.
All right. I'm from Rwanda. All my courses were taught in my high school courses were taught in English, and I would like to pursue computer engineering. Again, I think it's the same question. Would I be required to write the SAT? The TOEFL, IELTS, Duolingo, and PTE, the Pearson test?
No, typically, I would say in those type of cases, we typically ask for, their representative who they went to school in English to write a letter that they went to school in English. But even though we give them like an English exception that they don't have to submit all those English proficiency scores, when you get here, you have to take a placement exam. The placement exam is actually to see where you're at in your courses in English, science courses specifically, and then also you have to take some like biology courses. So when you get here, no matter what, if you get the English exception or you submit your English courses, you have to take the placement test so they can place you in the right level of classes, like the right level of English classes, that you are not going to be struggling if you're entering in more high level courses that you cannot actually follow. So that's why the placement test is going to be very important. It's not a test that you can score bad or really good on it. It's just a course to see where you're at with things. So that's why it's very important that you can either when you get your visa, you can take this course online before you get here, or at international student orientation, you can take it during those days of orientation, and then they can meet with your advisor and place you in the right classes that you're supposed to be based what have you scored on the placement test. So that's mainly what it is.
Okay. Thank you, JJ. Next question. I think Evans, this might sound a little bit funny, you guys, but it's a good question. I would have asked this question as well. My name is Panache, and I'm from Zimbabwe, and I would like to know, are there any African restaurants and African stores that I can buy African food? African restaurants, African stores that I can buy African food?
Yes, I would say, I would say, put it this way. St. Cloud is very Somali. There's a lot of Somali folks here. So majority of food is like I would say culture of food is Somali food. We have a lot of Somali food, Somali restaurants. We have some Ethiopian restaurants too. I know we do have an African place in Division. They sell African food specifically. And then in terms of stores, I don't know specifically, it's mainly Minneapolis to have, I would say, African stores, but I can always look up. There's always one, at the corner that you didn't, I would say, didn't catch, but there's always one. So I would say definitely that's the culture here. We have a great influx of Somali people here in St. Cloud itself. So the culture of food in the area is Somali, but we do have an African, I would say, restaurant here in town.
Okay. Okay, thanks. And the Ghanaians too, if you can tell us, are there any Ghanaian restaurants or Ghanaian African stores that you buy your groceries from, or everything is Walmart?
No, not Somali entirely. So what happens is there's a mix of East African and West African food. So when you enter any Somalian food, they'll know of the presence of West Africans here. So you get your fufu, your gari, your tin tomatoes from Ghana, your this popular food from Nigeria. What's the name? Indomie. So even though there's a concentration of Somali here, they know that there are lots of Liberians here as well, Ghanaians, Nigerians. So any shop you visit, the jollof is there, the rice and stew is there. Any African store you visit, you get your kontomire, you get your banku, fufu, either in the powder form. You come home, you get it done. So I think it's the concentration is more tilted towards Somali, but they have seen that there's a presence of West Africans as well. So whatever they are selling, if it's 60% Somali, it's 40% West African. So don't worry about food, Banku, Bordia, Bayera, everything is here. Just that, like you said, there's a bit of price margin on it because, but then if that's what you really want to eat, you have it. I do yam a lot of times. There's Banku, there's yam, there's MPC, anything you want to have, you have. Any Somali shop you enter, even most of the shops there, they tend to concentrate on we the West Africans, Ghanaians, Nigerians. So you see Banku, Fufu, Bayre, Kontomire, fried plantain chips right on the shelf. Yep.
Okay, thank you. JJ, I think this question will go to you, and even our Evans can also answer this. Jingle mentioned that the tuition, the scholarship opportunities, and it ranges from 8,800. After the student have received the scholarship, are there any other payment plan which would help the students to pay either per monthly or bi-monthly?
Yeah, that's a great question. Yes, we do have payment plans that you can do the payment in 3 terms. So basically, you have to come in. Let's say, for example, you come in the fall. So the first payment stay and you have to see it in September, October, and November. So you can do the payments in 3 terms and then pay your tuition like that. It just you have to come in agreement with our business services office, and then see how you're gonna divide your payment and how much you're gonna be paying each time. So yeah, you just have to make sure that you have to pay certain amount before the drop or at classes day, because that's like the I would say the deadline before even you start classes. So that's why it's very important to that you make sure you communicate with CIS with your CVS record, because you have to be enrolled in 12 credits or more. If not, you will be out of status. So that's why doing the payment and then also being enrolled is very, very important. But yeah, definitely you can do your payment plan in 3 parts.
All right. So this is from Berlinda. Berlinda Boadu is asking, is it likely to secure a job the first money you enter as an international student, whether on-campus job?
I will be honest with that. That's always challenging because when you come here, there's people who already have their jobs, and then there might be people who graduated, and some jobs have vacancies open. But the first year is always challenging because you don't have many experience, and they're looking for more people who have experience who know the campus. Depends what job you're looking for, but it can take some time to actually get your first time job on campus, or you have to know actually people here already and talk to them, that they can, talk to the director of the office and they can help you, apply for a job if it's posted on Handshake. So it's all about connection, who you know here. If not, it can be a little bit challenging to get a job the first semester. Typically, those first year students undergrad, they end up getting it at the end of the first semester or even in their second semester here at St. Cloud. So that's the reality, what we've been seeing of it. But it's not impossible to not get a job. It can take some time.
Okay. I'm reading this also from Zoom. Daniel, I don't know if St. Cloud has a nursing program, but he's like, hello, I'm Daniel from Ghana. Please, what's the requirement for masters in nursing in the school? Also, what are the nursing masters program available?
Yes, so we have, I would say, we have basically a nursing program here, and I can go on website quick here and pull that up quickly. So we have, I would say, a general nursing and also the PSN nursing, specifically. Let me see here. Yeah, so you have the major nursing, and also you have the completion or registered nursing. So the baccalaureate completion. So we have students who come with the LP, and then they can continue and get the bachelor and go into nursing. Or you have students who are brand new in the program who are just needs to take the prerequisites and then go into the nursing program. But we have a general nursing program, and also we have the RN, baccalaureate completion for nursing.
Okay. Saludin Abdullahi wants to know, an HND holder, which is a higher national diploma, apply for postgraduate diploma or not? Postgraduate diploma, I know US do not do postgraduate diploma. It's mostly Canada
It's
that has
mostly,
it.
we don't do that. Mm-mm.
So JJ, as a HND holder or a high national diploma holder, what can they apply for? Is it bachelor's or master's?
You know, that one is always kind of tricky because we do have it's a 3 year I would say program. So basically you come here, even if you have a bachelor's, you take 1 year of like kind of undergrad courses, but you're conditionally into a grad program. Once you complete that first year, you can actually enroll right away into a grad program. So that's we can take a look in that case that it's possible, but we first have to look at the H&D first and determine if it's eligible for that. So we have students who have done that 3-year program and they enroll the next year into a graduate program.
Okay.
Yeah.
JJ. This is from Latifa Sumaila. Queen is my name. Please, I would like to inquire if there are specific courses for midwifery. This is from YouTube. I would like to know if there are any specific courses for midwifery. I know there's a difference between nursing and midwifery. And how, I don't know if any other international they can also talk about that.
Oh, I think you muted.
Yes. I think they don't offer midwifery here. It's general nursing. That is offered on campus here. And the general nursing, I'm not sure there is a master program.
Yeah. So I mean, the general nursing is it's mostly undergrad programs we have through nursing. We have graduate programs that are in healthcare, but not really like nursing program. Mostly we have undergrad programs for nursing.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have 3 more questions and then we will end this session. So I'll read a question from Lisa. So Lisa is asking, please, after the application, how long does it take for the I-20 to be released?
Yes, I mean, I will be honest with you guys. You know, we have a high volume of application because we are very popular. Like I mentioned, you know, as you are keeping contact with us, keeping communication, it can take up to 10 to 15 days. We try our best to get it in between that to get you the I-20. Yes. Typically, we advise students to, you know, keep in contact with us when they apply so we can, you know, set priority. You know, also if you apply through Dr. Boache and Top Tier, definitely we give your application a priority.
Thank you for this information. So Evans, someone wants to know, Marvin just sent me this, since you're in the IT program, do they have courses for cybersecurity?
Yes, so currently I'm reading cybersecurity, but you know, there's a lot of, you know, namings, you know, every school and how he names his course. But the bottom line is cybersecurity. So I'm doing cybersecurity, but we call it information assurance. So MSIA, it's just cybersecurity. When you go to other schools, they tend to change the name, but the modules, the end goal is for you to be a cybersecurity expert, but you decide where you want to be. My course, I have 3 concentrations, you know, so you decide where you want to be. So you end up being a cybersecurity person, but your concentration might be endpoint security, network management. So it depends. But the baseline is to give you a bit of everything in cybersecurity space, but then you need to pick where you want to concentrate. So depending on your concentrations, your courses are tailor-made for you, and then you have your path to chart.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much for that. Last 2 questions. iPhone said, I'm from Ghana. I want to ask if there are any courses for master's program related to BSc geological engineering. Oops, something came up. Geological engineering that can secure me peership or scholarship.
So repeat that, Dr. Boache, they're interested in biological engineering?
Geological. The person's
geological engineering?
Yeah, geological.
No, we don't have geological engineering. We have electrical, manufacturing, computer, software, specifically, and then we have another one. Let me take a look quick here. Yes, those are the main ones that we have. We don't have geological engineering, unfortunately. No. Yes.
All right. So let me move on to the other question so we can keep going. And also, please, as I said, I can read an additional question, 1 more question, and then we can keep going. So please, all right. keep your questions coming. Also, if you have any questions after this, we have a WhatsApp platform you can join so that you can ask all your questions. Also, Jacob Bonnie has posted his number or the company's number in the chat box. You can send us your questions directly. And again, thank you all for joining. I'll read the last two questions and then we can leave. Last two questions and we can leave. All right. This question goes to the international student, that is Evan and Howard. Can they share or what would be their best advice to students who are currently looking for opportunity to study the US? So they want you guys to share your experience or if you have any advice for them. It's fun for this question.
I think it depends on perspective, where you want to get to, what you have in your pocket. And before choosing St. Cloud, I got about 4 other offers from universities in other big cities. But I looked at value proposition, cost of living, because I'm international students, I know I have a lot of limitations and all those. So you want to look at where you want to be, what you have in your pocket, because you don't want to come here and you'll be out of status because of tuition. Because I feel St. Clouds gives you that, flexibility. Aside the cost bit, it's flexible. You pay your fees as and when the semester is about to end, or there's a good payment plan so that you plow yourself through the process. And the cost of living is a bit low. You can easily get by. I would want to look at this question from an individual's perspective. Somebody might be extremely, rich, has all the money. You want to go ahead in the big cities, but then there's a cost benefit to all those things. For me, St. Cloud State gives you all these things bundled together for just a peanut. Top quality US education, coupled with sense of community. So for me, that is where I stand. That's my perspective, that people decide where they want to be. But if you want a place that gives you all this, and wouldn't have to let you break the bank, St. Cloud is the place to be. And I know we are the top universities here in this state, and as well as this country as well. So it's a good place to be.
Thank you, Evans. Howard, and then I'll ask my last question, and then JJ can sign off. Howard.
Yeah. Evans has said it all, because if you want to cut your cost of living, if you want to cut your cost of living, St. Cloud State is the best you could get. That's because St. Cloud State cost of living is relatively low, and to me it feels like a home because it has this quiet environment, and almost everybody I have met are very friendly and are willing to help, unless you don't open up and ask any question. But so far as you open up, ask. My policy here in the US is ask. If you do anything, if you don't know anything, ask. So far as you ask, there are people who are willing to help you, and even how the professors go the extra mile to assist you it's a top notch. When you ask them something, they will give you the answer and even ask you for further maybe further things you would like to know in future. Yes, so St. Cloud State it's good. And the nursing department is like one of the top nursing departments I have heard about in the US. So it's something to brag of. If you want to be a nurse in future, I would recommend St. Cloud State University.
Okay. Thank you. JJ, my last question. This was sent to me from a parent who called me last week, called the office last week. She would like to pay the entire first year tuition before her daughter gets on campus and before she goes for the visa interview. How should she go about this process? Is she going to wire the money into an account, or how PayPal, or which kind of payment, Flywire, or how's the process? She is willing to pay the entire tuition fee before the student arrives on campus.
Yeah, we had that questions in the past. A lot of our Nepali students specifically have to do like a prepayment before they come because certain bank transaction issues from back home. Um, Typically it's a challenge for us to find the specific price per semester until the students enroll because that's what actually we project what is the cost per semester. um, that's why until the students kind of enroll, then we will know like what the cost will be. um I would say an option that they have is, the student apply for spring, and the students get admitted. And one challenge is that we don't recommend to pay anything before getting a visa because it's not guaranteed that you're gonna get a visa, and you will be paying, an amount you don't know that you will get approved for the visa. So I will consider it to mainly get the visa first and then pay the school the prepayment. That's when we project, and then we can give them an average estimate. But I would not recommend to pay before getting a visa, because it's very risky. Because even though you pay the school, it's not guaranteed that you will get the visa. So that's why I'll recommend, yes, we can help them in the process when they get the visa and do a projection about how much average it can be that they have to pay per semester, but not recommended if they pay it before getting a visa.
All right. Thank you all. Evan, Sahawa, JJ, thank you guys. Right now, we are just closing. Your final words to everyone that joined us today via Zoom and YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, I didn't read your question. Forgive me if you send it directly to my phone. I'm sorry, we are hitting the 2 hour line. I don't want us to exceed 2 hours, so that it's Sunday, people can go about doing their stuff. So please, starting from Evans, we go to Howard, and then JJ will close for us. So Evans, what will be your last word for all the graduate students who are watching you live on YouTube and also via Zoom, and who will also watch you later after this Zoom call?
Well, I just want to say thank you very much to JJ for reaching out to me. I was at work and I got him and I was like, where is this more coming from? Why me? I'll just pick it up and see what happens. So thank you very much, JJ. And I must say, my case is a bit different. I've been here a couple of times, and when I told somebody I was coming to study here, when I told my family in the other states that I was coming to Minnesota, I was like, that place can get to God. I'm like, well, it doesn't kill people. You just need to jack up and then you'll be good to go. So that bit we didn't talk about it. The winter here can be can really have a beating on you. But then once you are well dressed, well dressed for the day, you'll be good. St. Cloud State is a good place. The city of St. Cloud is an amazing place. It's a small place, but any big brand out there in the US, there's one here. Trust me. Any big brand, any major brand you can think of, there's one here in St. Cloud. And the community, the sense of a sense of belongingness, the Mississippi River, walking down the Mississippi River, running it down in the evenings and mornings. Trust me, you will love it. So I just want to tell people, it depends. But then if you want to come study, this is a good place to be, vis-a-vis cost of attending a school in the US as an international student and preparing you for the job market. It's a decision, I wouldn't mince words when I say somebody should make. But thank you very much for being on the call, everybody. And then it's good to be here as well.
Thank you very much, Evan. I really like how you shared your perspective. Again, we normally send undergraduate students, so getting a graduate student to share the experiences, their lived experiences, let me put it that way, which phenomenologically, it's really imperative for me and other students who have also joined. Howard, please, can you share your experience? You just went like 2 months ago, so your experiences will also be valued equally.
Yes, okay. First of all, I would like to thank JJ for reaching out to me and giving me this platform to also share my experiences. I've been here barely 3 months, but I'm not feeling that kind of depression or not I'm feeling a sense of belonging actually in this state, because everybody, and there's a huge Ghanaian community. I joined their platform, and every news they put it there straight up. So you get everything. If you are someone who likes to check up on your emails or phones, you get every update quickly. And so far, so good. We thank God. It's been a good experience for me. And I'm looking forward to attaining higher heights and throwing that cap for graduation, inshallah. It's good. It's good. It St. Cloud State is very good. Very, 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 like 100%. On a scale of 10, I'm giving it 10. Like it feels like home. So it's very good.
Yep, that is true because Turkey alone has sent exactly 30 students, undergraduate students who are currently at St. Cloud. Just name
Yeah.
them and let you know they are my students from
I think
what
last month
uh-huh.
they organized Ghana party, whatever, whatever. I was there. I felt it. All the Ghanaian music, all the hits, all the
But I
dances,
wasn't
the
there.
food, the meat, the drinks, everything was popping. Oh, it was fun. It was fun.
How
And even
you didn't invite me.
Some of the Nigerians, they enjoyed it. They came there. Oh, it was very nice. It was very fun. The
Oh, why
Nigerians,
did you invite Evan?
Evans loves money. He's always upset. He likes money. Me on the other hand, the other side, I'm not working, so I take advantage of
Oh,
this kind of things and go cheer myself up. So
I understand. I
yeah,
understand. Yeah. So as I said earlier on, we have a lot of students who are currently studying Emmanuel, Charles, Alvin, Kennedy, Yuhawa, Fati, the two
Nancy,
ones, John Amagashi, just to mention a few. We have several of the students who are currently studying various programs. Benet, Nancy, all of them are students coming from top tier. I can go on and on. Thomas,
a lot, yeah.
just to
Your
mention a few.
dates, they are a lot. They are a
I
lot.
Yeah.
think I've heard your name, but I've never met you. And you're an amazing.
Oh,
I've heard
He's a
about
sweet.
Doctor. I mean, you're a top guy. I listen to you speak. I know you're. I mean, you just living what I hear about you. So thank
oh,
you very
thank
much for bringing
He's very
keeping keeping the
approachable. Very,
keeping the
very
community
approachable.
going.
Yeah.
you. Yeah, thank you guys for your kind words. I'll be visiting St. Cloud on the 11th of November or the 12th. I'll firm the date up with JJ and I hope to meet you all when I come. But JJ, please, can you do the closing for us so that we can leave?
Yes. No, I would like to thank to you, Dr. Boache. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I know this was very, short notice, but we made it happen right away. And then I'm so thankful for our students, Evans and Hawa. Thank you so much for being here. You guys have been amazing, sharing your reality, what you're living right now, as a student at St. Cloud State, so our audience can understand what's the lifestyle here for our African students and specifically for our Ghanaian students here. So definitely I hope everyone has enjoyed this session. And again, if you have additional questions, you have Dr. Bawache have very close relationship with me. I put my email also in the chat if you need additional information. Again, being an international student is comes with every challenge, because how you overcome this challenge, that's what makes you successful. That's what I learned about being an international student. It's nothing's gonna come easy to you in life. You might go for a visa interview, you might get denied, but keep trying. Because you never know. We have students who came on their third visa attempt. So it's always about how you push yourself forward, and also when you get here, how you are getting to know other, I would say, friendships at St. Cloud State, and then also that you can be successful, because we have a place for everyone here who wants to be successful, who wants our discipline in their studies, and also wants to get a professional career job in the future. So again, thank you for participating. Thank you for the great questions that you guys have asked. I had an amazing time, giving out this information and sharing all the great opportunities we have for you. So hopefully go ahead and apply, and then we'll be able to get you here soon in time to start your journey here at St. Cloud State University. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you all. We truly appreciate your time. Evans, Howard, JJ, you guys have been of immense help with this great information. I know my students, I know my people from Zimbabwe, and I know some parents come from Zimbabwe as well, because we have quite we building a community of Zimbabweans in at St. Cloud State University, and I will be going to Zimbabwe very soon, because their national exams will be released on the 14th of January. So my team are preparing ourselves, and we are also hoping to bring students from Botswana, because we'll be visiting Botswana soon. So if you join from Botswana, we come into Botswana next month. Hopefully, Jacob's visa will be approved so that he will join and the team to go to Botswana to recruit. So we hope to build a very, very diverse African community in St. Cloud State University. And it's not only going to be Nigerians, Ghanaians, and Zimbabweans that we send there, but we will make sure that we diversify the population and continue to make St. Cloud a great place to be. And I can't wait to bring my kids when the first snow hits St. Cloud so that they can experience the snow. Since here in Texas, the last time I saw snow was in 2017. Yeah, that was the last time I saw snow here in Texas. So I think it will be a good opportunity for my kids to come there and experience snow.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's always give you a different perspective of life, and you got to experience new things. You know, you got to go experience a hockey game. You got to go sliding. You gotta, make a snowman. There's so many things that you might not have experienced in Africa that you can, do here, and then how people live and how people cope with the snow. Because there's different ways. Just like Evan mentioned, you put on a jacket, you should be good to go. Most of the apartments have a heater that you can stay warm. So there's so many ways, and I mean, St. Cloud State itself has different, I would say, how you call that, the skyways that you can walk through different buildings that
Connectors
you
in
can.
between buildings, you don't have to get
Yeah,
out. You
so
just walk
you
from
don't
one
have to
building to
get
the other.
out. So there's so many ways that we take care of that once they come into the winter. But it's something you gotta experience for yourself and get out of your comfort zone. So that's what St. Cloud is about.
Okay. Thank you very much. Once again, I keep saying thank you, thank you, thank you, because I truly mean it from my heart. And have a beautiful Sunday.
All right. Thank you, guys.